Welcome to another edition of News Bites here on Daily World Television. My name is Kal Korff and I'm your host. Communist China has announced that they're going to start scaling back their military budget for the next foreseeable year. This is a reversal for China and arguably a bit of a public humiliation. Now, whether China is doing this because they really can't afford the increase, they're well known to cook their own financial books, or whether they're doing it for tactical reasons because maybe they're hoping that the United States will not increase their military budget as much, that remains to be seen. Donald Trump and the Republicans have already said that they want to increase military spending by as much as $54 billion. And because the US dollar is so much stronger than the Russian ruble or the Chinese yuan, that's a lot of serious money that both China and Russia would have to spend that they'd rather not if they're going to try to even parry the United States. To put it another way, bluntly, they don't have that kind of cash. And they're not going to part with that kind of money that they don't have. So this is a rather interesting crossroads because it is an announcement by the Beijing government and the Communist Party that comes right before, not coincidentally of course, the Chinese never do anything without careful calculations, they're communists. There is a series of meetings that are going to take place between the new US Secretary of State and China, Japan, and several other Oriental powers. And they include essentially every nation, or at least key nations that are aligned against China. And then, of course, a meeting with China as well. What will happen during this series of meetings, by the time the US Secretary of State lands in Beijing and meets with the Communist Party officials there, including their premier, is that they will then be able to assess what the mood is among America's allies and then use that to come to some sort of common ground understanding, if possible, with the Chinese. In the meantime, all bets are off. Trump has yet to pass his budget. China has now yet to implement its new lower budget on the military. And this is interesting because it comes on the heels of rapid increases, dramatic increases in the Chinese military spending that have taken place over the last several years, especially under the presidency in 2 terms of former American President Barack Obama.